Hello everybody, this is Marcus Toole. I'm in my orchard. It is December 12th, and what you are looking at are blueberry bushes. The one on the left is a rabbit eye blueberry bush, and the one on the right, which has the smaller leaves, is an Elliot's blueberry bush, Vaccinium elliottii. So the rabbit eye blueberry bush is Vaccinium ascii, and then Vaccinium elliottii. You tell them apart from each other. The leaves kind of give it away. Vaccinium ascii has much larger leaves. When they are green, there's kind of a milky color on the back sides of the leaves. That also distinguishes them from Vaccinium corbosum, or the high bush blueberry. Vaccinium ascii and Vaccinium corbosum are the two most often raised as commercial blueberries. Vaccinium elliottii is, I don't know of any instances where it's being raised commercially. And I don't even know where you can get the plants commercially. You probably at some native nurseries, but these I got by digging them up out of a pine plantation that I own. I think the berries of Vaccinium elliottii are very good. They're very sweet. They're a little bit more tart than the Vaccinium ascii, but they also have a lot more flavor. They ripen earlier, so here in southeast Georgia, the berries ripen in, well, they'll start ripening a little bit maybe at the very end of March some years, but basically April and May, whereas the Vaccinium ascii, the berries are ripening in June and July. So the common names for this Vaccinium elliottii, the one that you will most likely see in like floras and textbooks would be Elliot's blueberry. Around here in southeast Georgia, most people know them as huckleberries. If you, some areas they're known as swamp huckleberries. In North Carolina, I believe it's common for them to be referred to as Mayberries. But anyway, any of those names are good. You know, the thing about common names, they vary from region to region. The issue with the name huckleberry is that if you look in a textbook like for like floras of the Carolinas, or one for the Florida Panhandle, even the trees of Georgia, the term huckleberry would be used for plants that are in the genus Gay-Lussacia. And in the mountains in the Northwest, they refer to a number of other species and genera. So the term huckleberry tends to get applied to a wild blueberry-like thing in whatever region you happen to be in. So this is another one. So, some of the trees, you know, some of the bushes have lost a lot of their leaves, but generally it's in late November and early December around here where the huckleberries and blueberries really shine in terms of having a lot of color and having strong ornamental qualities to them. I mentioned I have 3 species out here, and these yellowish looking ones, that's the other species, and that's Vaccinium tenuum, and it actually belongs to another subgenus. The berries are quite edible. They're pretty good. They aren't as good as either the rabbit eye blueberries or the huckleberries, but you know, they're definitely edible, and I can enjoy them if I don't have any other berries available at the time. The issue is when they're ripening, there are other better blueberries available So this is another of the Vaccinium ashii. Most of the ones of the rabbit-eye blueberries on my property are actually a strain that I brought here. I found them in the woods. It was basically from a population that birds have planted. Now I have over the years planted a bunch of named cultivars on the property, and I've ended up removing most of them because the named cultivars just have not done as well overall as the ones that that I've just brought in from some woods. But anyway, it's the cultivar species. It's just the original plants were probably ones that birds planted. This is actually one of the ones that is named. I think this one, if I remember correctly, this one's called Austin, and you know, the color on it isn't quite as rich as this one over here, which is one of the ones that I brought in all out of the woods on our property out by the river. And all the huckleberries came from the property, our pine plantation. You can here's another look. This one actually was a named cultivar. I forget which one it was, but that tree has it just has been very slow growing, and that's just been kind of my experience, is that the named cultivars want more attention than I'm willing to give them, and here are two that are side by side. The one on the left is a named cultivar. It is a powder blue, and the one on the right is one of the ones I brought off the property out near the river. And once again, the powder blue one is half the size of the other one, and they were planted on pretty much the same day. So yeah, in my case, it really did work better just to find some that were growing and transplanting them. I don't know, you know, the thing about doing that is that unless you have an idea that they already have quality berries, that will be kind of hit and miss if you haven't tasted the berries beforehand, before you transplant them. But my theory is that if a plant can survive out in the woods with no care at all, I love this one. I love the color on this one. This is the Vaccinium elliottii. Here's one right next to it. Now, this little bush here has great berries, but it's already lost most of its leaves. I got another really big bush over here that has historically always been my kitty cat. He likes to be in the way a lot of the times. So this one here, this is a big old bush. I actually planned to do a video in maybe this weekend where I demonstrate pruning a huckleberry bush, and this will be the one. This one needs a little bit of a haircut. I mean, it's plenty healthy and everything. It is beautiful, but one of the issues with it is that it's getting so big that it's getting hard to pick the berries. This is a Tennessee pear tree, and you know it's about to lose all of its leaves, but the color has been just especially good on that pear tree this year. It's just about done, and it's been a nice contrast this fall between sort of the orangey yellow of the pear tree right next to the vibrant deep red of the huckleberry bush. So anyhow, this is Marcus Toole, and I'll be talking about huckleberries a little bit more. I'm going to do a video on pruning, and then maybe do a video on finding them out in the woods and transplanting them, know how to do that effectively. Anyhow, talk to you later. God bless.